why are you playing with me? Like, do you think I'm stupid? Like, do I have stupid written on my forehead? Like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little story time. I have been wanting to tell you guys a story for so long, but I was a little embarrassed. Like, I was really embarrassed, but this was about 4 or 5 years ago, so I'm already over it now. You live and you learn. Things happen, it is what it is. So I'm going to be telling you guys all about it today. As you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be telling you guys about the time when my iCloud account got hacked. And not only did my iCloud account get hacked, but my Facebook account got hacked as well. Like, somebody was really out to get me. I don't know what I did to anybody, but somebody really had it out for me. So yeah, let's just get right on into the story time. So this happened, so this all took place about 4 years ago, almost 5. It was in 2016. I was a junior in high school. So there are 3 people that are involved in the story. So we have a boy named W, we have another boy, which is W's best friend, and then we have a girl, which is my friend, but that girl is dating W's best friend. Okay, are we clear with that? Okay. So I'm just gonna call W the best friend. I'm just gonna call him the best friend, and then my friend, I'm just gonna call her my friend. So that's what I'm gonna be referring to these people as. There are a few things that took place before my iCloud officially got hacked. So one day I'm walking out of class, I'm walking in the hallway, you know, the bell rung, so I'm on my way to my next class. So I'm walking in the hallways, you know, minding my business, whatever, and somebody approaches me. So I look back and it's W. He's like calling my name. So I'm a little confused because W, keep in mind, me and W, we never really spoke throughout the whole school year. Now keep in mind, he was a senior, so I'm a junior, he's a senior. Throughout my whole 3 years of being in that school, I have never really spoken to this boy. I know who he is because, you know, he's best friends with the boy that my friend is dating. So like, I know him, you know, I see him in the hallway, so I know who he is, but me and him never really spoke. He calls me in the hallway, he comes up to me, he asks me if I want to go to prom with him. So I'm looking at this boy like he lost his mind. Now let me explain why I was looking at this boy like he lost his mind. Okay, first of all, did you just think about asking me to go to prom with you? Like, did last period, did it just pop up in your head like, I'm gonna just ask Nicole? Like, because you just come up to me in the middle of periods. We only get like 3 minutes to go from one class to the next class. So now you're making me late, basically. You're holding me up and you just come up to me very nonchalant, very awkward, very just dry, and ask me to go to prom with you. Like, where's the effort? Where's the, you know what I mean? Like, you could have did a little bit better than that. You could have did a little better than that. You could have did way better than that, actually. But anyways, so boom. And on top of that, I'm not even a senior. So I told him, I was like, well, it was very awkward, but I'm like, well, I'm not a senior, so I think you should go with somebody who's a senior. Like, I don't want to go. So anyways, I continued to go to my class, but it was just very awkward. So that's the first encounter that me and W had that was like a little bit awkward. So fast forward like a few days later, so while all of this is happening, I started talking to this boy that went to my school. I don't remember I was talking to that boy when W asked me to go to prom with him, or if I started talking to the boy afterwards. I don't really remember, but I started talking to this boy. We used to talk on Snapchat. He was very dry and very like shy and quiet through text. In person, he wouldn't talk to me at all. So it was just, we weren't really talking. We were more like trying to get to know each other. Like, I thought he was cute, he thought I was cute, but it wasn't really going anywhere because he was so dry, he was so shy. One day I get a message on Snapchat and it's from this boy, and his like energy is just completely different. Like, all of a sudden he has conversation and he's talking a little bit flirtatious. Like, it was very cringe, like very cringe, but it was just like kissy faces and like talking about something about like kissing me. It was very like just cringe. Like, that's the only word I could even use to describe it. It was just cringe. But I'm looking at the messages and I'm like, something is up. Like, how you go from being very dry through Snapchat, like when we're talking on Snapchat, you were very dry. In school, you weren't talking to me at all. You were just so like just boring, and all of a sudden you're sending me like these kissy faces and you're like talking about like kissing me or like make like being yours or like some corny shit like that. So anyways, I'm looking at the messages and I'm like, this is not him. Like, why are you playing with me? Like, do you think I'm stupid? Like, do I have stupid written on my forehead? Like, do I really have stupid written on my forehead? Anyway, so I'm thinking at the time, I'm like, okay, he got his friends writing, pretending to be him, or he got his friends helping him, like trying to gas it up. They weren't doing a good job, but so I'm looking at the messages and I'm like, this is mad corny, like, whatever. But then I look a little bit closely. Oh, you know, because I wear glasses. You know, I don't wear them for my videos because the glare and everything, but if you know me in person, you know I wear glasses. So I had to like activate the, you know, the 4 eyes real quick. I had to like activate the vision, because at first I didn't peep it, but when I looked again, I was like, hold up, this is not even his Snapchat. Like the boy that I was talking to, that wasn't even his real Snapchat account. Something was a bit different in the name, like something was a little bit different. So I'm like, okay, somebody's making a fake account pretending to be this boy. Who could it be? I don't have problems with anybody. I don't really have that many friends. What's going on? It's very weird. I go to school the next day. I don't remember what happened, but I'm talking with my friends. The idea was brought up that maybe it could have been W. So I'm thinking, I'm like, well, that kind of makes sense, because, you know, he walked up to me the other day very awkwardly, asked me to go to prom. I said no. Maybe he's upset. But what is his motive? Because I'm not just gonna go. I'm not just gonna be like, okay, yeah, it was him. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, what would the motive be? What would be the reason to pretend to be the boy that I'm talking to? I don't get it. Like, for me, it just don't make any sense. But then I thought to myself, I'm like, people do things that don't make sense every day. Like every day, especially I work retail. I'm always interacting with people that do things that I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, that makes no sense. What is your motive? What is your goal? People are constantly doing stupid shit. How you're trying to pretend to be somebody who you don't even know him. You don't even know how he talks. You don't know how he writes. You don't know anything. But whatever. He probably thought that me and this boy was on that type of time. So maybe if I would have fell for it, the conversation would have progressed and led to something more freaky, or something where he could like expose me or do something like that. I don't know. Maybe it could have been that. Anyways, so now I'm thinking all this to myself, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me go up to him. Let me ask him. I don't remember what the conversation was like, but I asked him, like, did you make a fake Snapchat account pretending to be this boy? Because, you know what I mean? I don't remember how I worded it, but I basically asked him if it was him. Now, that was kind of stupid looking back, because if it was him, is he gonna say it was him? I mean, is somebody really gonna own up and say it was them? You know what I mean? But whatever. I went up to him and I asked him, and his immediate response was, what? Like, what? Snapchat? What? Like, I didn't do that. What? Like, immediately he put that sour face, like that ugly sour face, that I'm lying face. Everybody knows what that I'm lying face. When they put that, like, they smell something real bad, they put that, what? And then they start asking questions too. Like, that's how you know somebody's lying, when they start asking questions. Like, why? And that's all you have. Like, I call him off guard, you know what I mean? Like, you know when you catch somebody off guard. That's the vibe that I got. The vibe that I got was like, this boy was caught off guard. He didn't think I was gonna approach him. He didn't think that I would think it was him, you know what I mean? So that's the vibe that I got. That's what my gut told me. So I'm gonna go with my gut, because there's so many times where I don't go with my gut and then I'm right at the end of the day. So my gut told me at that moment he's lying, and I truly believe that it was him. Anyways, so this is now the second encounter that I had with this boy that was mad awkward. Whatever, I just walked away from him. He's like, what? Snapchat? Asking all these stupid questions, looking very stupid. So I just walked away. I'm like, boy, you look so dumb. I just walked away. So now, fast forward a few weeks later, this is when it happened. So one day I get out of work, and I'm on the phone with my best friend, and I look at my phone and I have a notification from Facebook. But the message, like the response, was as if I was talking to somebody. You know what I mean? So I'm mad confused. And I don't even know who that person is. I'm like, I don't know who is that? I go on Facebook. Yo, when I went on that Facebook app, oh Lord, honey, my heart dropped all the way down to my ass. I could not believe what I was seeing. I am on my Facebook. I thought I was on a different account. I kid you not. I thought somebody logged into my phone and like it wasn't my Facebook. I'm like, this is not my Facebook account. I see so many messages of different girls from my school. Every girl that I was talking to was a girl from my school. And there was the one particular message from the girl that had responded to me. I'm looking at that, and somebody was on my Facebook at that very moment having a conversation with this girl. I'm looking at that conversation. I'm seeing kissy faces. I'm seeing hearts. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? This boy is talking to this girl, like they're flirting with each other, like they're, I don't know, like I'm like, am I dating this girl? Are we in a relationship now? Like, what is going on? Like, I'm very confused. So instantly I'm writing the messages. I'm like, you get off my Facebook, like I start going off. I believe it was W, but whatever. At the time, I don't know it's W. At the time, I'm just thinking somebody is on my Facebook. I don't know who it is. At this time, I don't know who it is. And once again, I'm cursing him out, like if that's gonna do anything. What is cursing him out gonna do? But whatever. So I'm cursing him out like on the Facebook, and I don't remember. Now at this point it gets blurry. I don't remember. I think I went to my best friend's house because I was on the phone with her. I was like, yo bitch, somebody's on my Facebook, oh my god. And then I walked to her house. So when I get to her house, I start like looking at all the messages. OMG. I'm looking at the messages, bro. This boy was flirting with almost every single girl that went to my school. This one particular message, I'm looking at the message. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I'm cringing. Okay, there's a picture of me and my panties. Okay, whatever, some little panties. And maybe my nipples was out just a little bit, like from afar though, not up close, from afar. I was in the mirror, like I just got out the shower. I had a messy bun, my glasses was on, my toes wasn't painted. I looked ugly. It wasn't a picture that was meant to be sent to anybody. It was a picture that I had in my phone. I asked my friend yesterday, I'm like, you've never taken a picture, like, just, I don't know, like, I swear there were new panties. I swear to God, I'm not lying. Yo, God, strike me down if I'm lying. I am so serious. This picture, I had just bought some new underwear. It was cute or whatever, so I put them on, just got out the shower, and I snapped a quick little picture in the mirror. It was just a quick little, you know, it wasn't for nobody at all. I should have deleted it because it was ugly. It was very ugly. Anyways, I see this picture being sent to this girl, so I'm like, hold up, how could anybody get that picture? Nobody can get that picture. That picture is in my photo album. That picture has never been sent to anybody. That's when it hit me. It smacked me in the face. Boom, 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 pow. I'm like, hold up, my Facebook information is the same as my iCloud, same exact. I'm like, hold up, okay, so this person signed into, I just spilled all over the place. This person signed into my Facebook and my iCloud, got a hold of my photos, and he's using them to send them to these girls from my school. And guess what the girl sent back? This girl tried to show out. She really outdid herself. She truly did. You outdid yourself. You really didn't need to do all of that. You really didn't. She sends a picture of her up close. My picture was like a little bit from afar. She's up close in the mirror, everything showing out. Like, she is completely, like, everything, face showing, everything. I was like, oh my goodness, no, this girl did not just send a picture of, like, she was trying to top my picture or something, which she didn't have to do all of that to top my picture, because like I said, my picture was horrible. So I'm just like, I cannot believe it. So this boy is basically, oh my god, yo, so this boy was basically sending that ugly picture of me, because I didn't have thirst traps on my phone. Like, come on now, what type of 16-year-old you think I was? So he's sending this whack ass picture to a whole bunch of girls in hopes that they would send a picture back so he can collect thirst traps basically from a whole bunch of girls in the school. Like, what type of sicko, weirdo, lame-o shit is that? That is crazy. Like, people commit suicide for things like that. Like, you're literally, like, that's an invasion of my privacy. Like, dude, that was very messed up. That was a violation. It's not like I sent that picture out and then it ended up where it ended up, because it's like, okay, if you're sending a picture out, what do you expect to happen? You took that risk, you know what I mean? So that's your choice. But I didn't send no picture to nobody. You signed into my iCloud and you taking my shit, using it like I gave you permission. Like, you know, I felt very violated, and it's mad noisy outside, so I'm really sorry. I live right by a highway. I'm looking at the messages though, and I'm like, yo, these are a lot of messages. What is going on? I go to my email. I don't know why. Somebody told me to go to my email. This boy was in my Facebook and my iCloud for 3 days. For 3 days. Can you believe? Where was I? What was I doing? I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, 3 days. I was that wrapped up in my job. I was so wrapped up in my job that this boy was on my iCloud and my Facebook for 3 whole days. Whatever. He was doing a lot in 3 days. Like, I'm gonna just tell you that right now. This boy was talking to the whole entire school. When I knew that he was on my, when I knew that it was for 3 days, I was even more upset. You know why? I was walking around the hallways for the past 3 days, walking, smiling, thinking I'm cute, and the whole time this boy is pretending to be me and talking and flirting and sending this picture to these girls, and girls that I don't talk to, girls that I'm not friends with, girls that I just know because they go to my school. So I'm walking in the hallways and these girls are looking at me like, whoa, like, she was looking spicy last night, like, now she's not gonna say nothing to me, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh my god, when I saw that, I was so embarrassed. And I swear, girls, I remember, like, yo, that's why everybody was looking at me. I swear, I kept noticing people were looking at me, and I thought I was bugging. I'm like, I must look extra cute today because everybody's just staring. or I must have a booger in my nose. Like, I don't know what is it. Are they staring at me because I look cute, or they're staring at me because I got a booger in my nose? Why are they staring at me? Why is everybody staring at me? And when I seen those messages, I'm like, that's why they were staring at me. So now I go to school the next day. So now my mission is to figure out who was on my Facebook, who was on my iCloud. Mind you, they changed the password, so I can't get in. They officially have my iCloud, they officially have my Facebook. There's nothing I can do at this point. So I'm thinking to myself, I know for a fact there's somebody that goes to this school, because obviously they were writing to all the girls that go to my school. So now I'm thinking to myself, who has my Facebook password? The only person that has my Facebook password is me. Wait a minute. No. That's when it hit me. I'm like, hold up. I'm talking with my friend who's dating the best friend of W. I'm talking with her. And I'm like, girl, you have my password because I gave it to you. Because she used to go on my Facebook to creep on her boyfriend. Like, she used to creep on him occasionally, so I let her use my Facebook for that. She's like, yeah, like, it's in my phone. So I'm like, it's written in your phone, like in your notes? She's like, yeah. So when she said that to me, I'm just like, well, it all makes sense now. I mean, well, clearly we put the puzzle pieces together. You have my Facebook stuff, you have my Facebook information written down in your phone. Who has your phone? Who be on your phone? Your boyfriend. And who be with your boyfriend? W. That's not strange. That's not like the person that was on my Facebook was somebody that went to my school. Bro, come on now. It doesn't take a scientist, it doesn't take a genius to figure this stuff out. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, so that's probably how my Facebook password got out. Maybe your boyfriend was on your phone and he probably saw it, and maybe him and W like is behind this. Of course, she starts defending her boyfriend, you know. So then I started doing more investigation. Like, I don't remember exactly what, but I started talking to the people around the school. So this boy was dating a girl at the time, and she told me, she said, yeah, like, he's done this before. He's hacked into like somebody's Facebook before to get pictures of girls. Like, he's done that. Like, I don't know, she said something like that. So I'm like, what? Like, whatever. So I'm thinking it's probably just a rumor, but I don't remember. Like, maybe like a day later or something, like, pictures started syncing into my phone from whoever signed into my iCloud from their device. Now, pictures that started syncing into my phone from those devices were pictures of girls from my school in bras and panties. A whole bunch of different pictures. Some pictures the girls' faces were showing, some pictures the girl's face wasn't showing. I have no idea how these pictures were syncing into my phone. I guess Apple is just weird like that. Like, I guess since he signed into my iCloud, I really can't explain it. I have no idea. But I was getting these pictures in my phone, and once I got these pictures, that's when that confirmed that rumor. It wasn't a rumor, it's true, because those pictures weren't pictures that girls sent me on Facebook. That means this boy got those pictures somewhere else. So that means it's true, he is collecting these pictures. I mean, clearly he used my picture to get pictures from girls from my school. I believe 2 girls responded sending pictures back to me, so he was able to get 3 pictures, me and then those 2 girls. So he added 3 of us to his weird sicko collection. I don't know, I guess he's collecting souvenirs of the girls that he went to high school with. I have no idea what this boy was doing, but whatever. So I'm like, okay, so now I'm like, wait a minute, like, this is all so weird. Like, I feel like I'm in a movie right now. Then I go back to the email stating that somebody signed into my iCloud. It basically said that the person signed in using an iPhone 6 and an iPad. That boy has an iPhone 6 because I saw him using it, and she told me that his little brother had an iPad. So I go back to my friend and I'm like, girl, like, look at all this. And she's still defending her man, but it is what it is. I'm not mad at her. It's not her fault. I should have never given her my Facebook password to begin with, because I mean, come on now, you're my friend and everything, but girl, you can make your own account. You can make a fake account. People do it all the time. I mean, I wouldn't even recommend that. I would recommend leaving your man if you have to creep on him, but if you want to do that, do it on your own account, you know. So that was my mistake. But yeah, after that, I never seen that boy ever again. It was his senior year, like I said, so he never came back to the school. He didn't even show up on the last day of school when the seniors were collecting their yearbook and like signing their shirts and things like that. Maybe he probably went another day to pick it up, I don't know. But that day when all the students were there, he did not show up. That's what made me even like think it was him even more. I think I sent him a message cursing him out and saying I know it was you and blah blah blah. But once again, that is not going to do anything, because if anything, that could have just made him want to expose my picture to everybody even more, you know what I mean? So that wasn't smart. There was nothing that I could have done at that point. I didn't have any hard real evidence that it was him. maybe if a picture of him would have synced into my phone from his phone or his iPad, that would have been crazy. I would have had proof, basically, like, yo, this picture of him synced in my phone from the device that was used to sign into my iCloud. Clearly it's him, you know what I mean? So maybe I probably could have taken further action, but there was nothing I could have done, so I just took it as a learning experience, and I have never seen that boy ever again. I'm not gonna wish bad on him, but I do believe in karma, and I believe you get what you put out in this universe. So if you putting out stuff like that, you're gonna get it right back. So what he deserves will come for him, and that's that. I will pray for him because he needs help. He really does need help, because that's sick. Like, what were you gonna do? I don't know if he went off to college or not, but what is he gonna do? Hang them up in his dorm room, or save them in like a safe and like keep it in his closet? Like, what are you doing with those pictures? I don't get it. But that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story time and want more story times, give this video a big thumbs up so that I know. And y'all, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.